What's this? Oh my god. Open world. Oh my god.
Don't think I can do this alone.
So this is after FF7.
The amazing Yuffie wants you! Join her team and the sky's the limit!
So this is right before we meet her, probably, in part 2. It's at the end of the first part of the remake. Okay. Dude, holy shit, man. Holy fuck, that was amazing. I love this DLC. Holy shit. God, man. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh my fucking god. No way. We get to see what they're doing after. Remake?
Hey, Barrett? Were you really walking the whole way?
Yep.
Calm's still pretty far, though, isn't it?
Another full day, give or take.
Question. When my mom says a full day, she means from the time you get up in the morning till the time you go to bed. But for me, it means from the time you get up in the morning all the way through till the time you get up the next morning. So, which is it for you?
Gotta go with Elmira on that one.
That's a relief.
Is it, though?
Cloud, bet you've had to hoof it from sunup to sundown tons of times. This is all just same old, right?
The calm theme.
But even so, we're all gonna need to stop and rest. Especially you.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, marching into the unknown ain't easy. But don't worry, because I'm here to lead the way.
That's comforting.
Of course it is.
Oh my god, Cloud smiles.
Let's stop here for a minute. Leader's orders. Now breathe in that fresh air.
This is so cool. What the fuck is happening? They actually show what they're...
Actually, scratch that. Let's, save it for later. When we're not so close to Midgard.
Guess this is goodbye, City of Mako.
That's what Tifa says in the original right before you're about to leave Midgar. Oh my god! Oh my fucking god, dude! Oh my god, the music! Ahead on our way, like the drop, it's so good. They're actually showing them going to Calm. Oh my god, this is amazing, man. What a surprise.
Like this?
Yep, just like that.
Cool.
No way! A car!
The CG in this game is so fucking beautiful, man. Everyone is so goddamn gorgeous. This is fucking awesome. Good to see what the main party is up to.
With these damn birds.
Sorry about that.
No need to.
What? It's Chocobo Bill? From Chocobo Ranch? Holy shit! My brain is exploding right now. This is so... It's goddamn awesome! That's Calm! It's Calm! Oh my god, the open world looks good.
Where's a roof when you need one?
Gonna be okay?
Should be, but weird. My stomach's in knots.
That's its way of telling you it's hungry. Let's move.
Foreshadowing much? My stomach is in knots, Aerith says. Oh my god, man. Part 2 is gonna be fucking beautiful. Oh my god. Wait. What's this? Wait! Wait! Oh my fucking god!
It's been a while, huh? Long time no see. How you been?
Oh.
Listen. Hey.
Oh. Oh.
I'm back!
What in the fuck?
Aerith?
What? What in the fuck was that? Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry, but we're only 2 hours into the stream and you finished Intermission. Can we spend the next fucking 4 to 5 hours talking about what that ending was? Can we talk? Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. Oh god. I'm fucking shaking right now, man. Holy fuck, but that ending, what the fuck? They actually show what our party is doing after they leave Midgar. They skipped the entire trip between Midgar to Calm, so we're probably going to start the second part right in Calm, right off the bat. There's no traveling. Oh my god. They showed our main party. I was not expecting them to show the main party, let alone fucking Zack, dude. What? What was that scene with Zack? What was that scene with Zack at the end? What was that scene with Zack? What was happening there? What is going on? We need answers, man. We need information. You cannot just show Zack like that and end the game. This DLC was so fucking awesome, man. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. So that was his timeline, right? So that was after he survives and makes it back to the Sector 5 slums. He makes it back to the church where Aerith is after he escapes from Nibelheim and Cloud and lives in his timeline. And he's gone back there to meet Aerith again and reunite with her, but she's not there. What is going on? And so there are a bunch of people in the church who are crying and shit. What is... Okay, dude, I'm sorry. We gotta watch that shit again. I'm pulling that up right now. They essentially skipped the entire trip that the player will have to do between Midgar and Calm, which isn't very far in the original game. Right? In the original game, when you leave Midgar and you're in that like isometric top-down open world, you literally walk a couple steps, like less than 50 steps, and you're basically in Calm in the open world. And basically what they have shown us here is that the party have essentially hailed a ride with Chocobo Bill. That was another amazing surprise. That dude's basically the owner of Chocobo Ranch right next to Calm. In the original game, where you got the Chocobo, then ride to the Mithril Mines and past the Midgar Zalem, which is going to be amazing in part 2. And he drives them to Calm. In this remake is what they're showing us. Meaning we're going to skip the entire traveling process in part 2 between locations. That is what that tells me. I think that is very telling of how around 40 to 50% of the traveling in the open world of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 is going to look like. We are essentially going to be exploring large zones for sure, but the world isn't going to be open in the sense that you think it is. It's not going to be like Skyrim levels of open world where you can go from like one place, like from one end of the map to the other end of the map. It'll probably be like large zones that you can explore, and the vast distances that the characters cover are going to be done through cutscenes probably, so they can like get through the second part like that, right? They'll probably cut out a lot of the unnecessary filler, like traveling and stuff, so the party can just like get to where they need to go like that. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. You know what this means, ladies and gents, boys and girls? You know what this means? FF7 Remake Part 2 is going to start in COM, and we're gonna... Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. I'm just getting chills thinking about it. We're gonna start Part 2 with Cloud's flashback of Nibelheim. Fuck, man. I want Part 2 even more now. Part 2 is going to start with a flashback of Cloud and Sephiroth in Nibelheim, and it's going to show Sephiroth's descent into villainy. Holy fucking shit. And then right after that, we're probably going to go into the woods somewhere. There's probably going to be a wooded area, and we're going to meet Yuffie. I think that this was so cool. The ending of this was so fucking sick. It was so sick, right? Because it shows, like, one, Yuffie's perspective of the Sector 7 collapse, and then it jumps ahead to the very end of 7 Remake, the base game, where she, just like our main party, is leaving Midgar too and trying to go back to Wutai, I'd imagine. And naturally, they're going to link up, just like the original game. Like in the original game, excuse me, for those of you who don't know, Yuffie is an optional character. You can play through the entire thing without meeting Yuffie. You can skip her entirely. And the way you meet her and add her to your party is you have to go into any foresty area in the game, and you run into her as a random encounter, and you need to like make certain dialogue options after you beat her in combat to add her to your party. So they're probably gonna have a same scenario in the Remake Part 2 game. Like, we're gonna probably go through the woods after Cloud is done recounting his events of the Nibelheim incident to the rest of the party. We're probably gonna go through the woods somewhere at some point. I don't know if this will happen before the Mithril Mines or after. In the OG, it has to happen after, because there are no woods before Mithril Mines and Midgar-Zalem, but they might change that. I don't know. We'll see. And they'll probably meet up with Yuffie, who's on her way back to Wutai. And then she'll come across the party, and just like in the original game, she is probably going to try and steal her materia. She plays the long con by pretending to be your friend for a long time, and then when the opportune moment strikes, when you're close to Wutai in the original game, that's when she snags everyone's materia in the party and runs away to Wutai, and you have to chase her down there, and then all that crazy cool stuff happens with the Turks and Don Corneo. So I'd imagine they're going to keep a lot of that the same, and I can't wait, dude. Holy shit. But, man, main party stuff aside, amazing fucking post-credit scene aside, which, oh my god, I'm still in utter disbelief at that. We got to watch that again.
Same old.
I love the music here so much too, man. I love that they are playing the calm theme. They've played it before in the remake, right? They play this when you're helping out Tifa in Sector 7, right? They're playing Ahead on Our Way, which is the name of the theme.
That's comforting.
Of course it
But this is the music that plays for the first time in calm in the original, so it's like the definitive traveling music. Oh my god, dude. I get chills at this part of the cutscene. It's so good. It's so good, right? There's like... The cinematography in this game is out of this world. Like, the way it, like, pans up to show the scale of everything and, like, the size of this world that, like, they're going through. I love this too, man. The person driving it is Chocobo Bill. I love it. He looks so cool. Like, his character design is so fucking awesome. It's like, hold up, let me... Dude, I absolutely love the way they've redesigned every character, right? Not just, like, the main cast, but every single one. That's so fucking cool, man. That's so cute. Like, you take this little polygonal man and, like, make him... Oh my god. That's so sick. That's so sick, man. I love the character design in this remake so much, and like the way they are approaching all these characters and bringing them to life. So goddamn amazing. Okay, so this is cool. So Chocobo Bill drops them off right outside of Calm. Oh, the scale is so sick in this game, by the way. There's like a highway and everything. But, okay. There's like a fork in the road, like a split. And that probably leads to Chocobo Ranch. And Chocobo Ranch, geographically, is very, very close to Calm in the original game. And so it looks like the road he takes is going to lead there. And is very, very close to where Calm is, which we obviously see up there in the distance. Right? Which, by the way, I can't wait to explore. If you look really closely, you can see the color scheme from the original as well. Like, the blue roofs and everything. Like, that entire blue scheme it has going from the original FF7.
Where's a roof when you need one?
Something really interesting I caught onto here.
Okay.
Should be, but... weird. My stomach's in knots.
There's no way that's not foreshadowing. Because spoilers for the OG FF7. Where does Sephiroth impale her? Exactly. Here it is. My boy Zack! I love every scene with Zack in it, dude. He's such a fucking sick character. This is so cute. So he's like basically rehearsing what he's gonna say to her. That's so cute, dude.
Hey.
I like his voice acting too, right? It's a different voice actor from Crisis Core.
I'm back!
So Aerith's not there. So he returns to Sector 5, he returns to Aerith's church after hightailing it out of Nibelheim with Cloud. And Aerith isn't there. Okay. So let's think about what's happening here, right? There's a church. Aerith's not there. It's sunny, everyone's crying. So my immediate thought is there are two reasons as to why everyone could be crying here, right? One, they're either all crying because this is after the Sector 7 plate collapse, which we don't know if that happened in Zack's timeline, right? We don't know if that happened in Zack's timeline, but it's possible. Second thought is they're probably crying because Aerith is dead. I think the game wants us to think, that Zack here, especially to people who haven't played it before and have no idea what happens to Zack in the original game and in Crisis Core, and think he's just a part of the same timeline that we play as Cloud in this game, like the main timeline. I think they want those people to think, just because they recently showed Aerith and the party with Cloud leaving Midgar, that this is happening right after Cloud has left Midgar and Zack has not yet caught up to them, right? And so he's like, where's Aerith? And then you're supposed to think, oh, it's obviously because Aerith, we just saw her, she's going towards Calm with Cloud and the rest of his party. But no, this is 100% in an alternate timeline where Zack survived and has returned to Midgar after escaping from Nibelheim with Cloud. And Aerith isn't there. So I think that Aerith is either A, just not here for whatever reason, we don't know, or B, dead. I think they are essentially alluding to the fact that after the point in every single timeline that Zack leaves to go to Nibelheim, in Crisis Core, and in the original, doesn't show this in the original, but when he leaves Aerith to go to Nibelheim, and he never sees her again because he gets shot down when he's escaping with Cloud and trying to get back to her, I think from that point onwards, the game is establishing that Zack and Aerith, and this is kind of tragic, I think they're doing this for tragedy reasons, Zack and Aerith can never be together again, which is super sad to think about, and I think is exactly what they're going for. Aerith and Zack can never meet again physically until they're both dead and meet again in the live stream, right? And that's through Zack getting gunned down on the hill before Cloud picks up his sword and goes to Midgar before the start of FF7, and when Aerith gets killed by Sephiroth. It's only after those 2 points that Zack and Aerith can coexist together in the live stream after they're both dead, which is super sad, man. Fuck. Just got chills thinking about that. The bigger question to me is, where's Cloud? Where the fuck is Cloud? Where is Cloud in Zack's timeline? Why isn't Cloud on his shoulder being carried in a comatose state to Aerith's church? And here's where shit gets interesting. And here's something that I was thinking about for the last year ever since I played the remake when it came out last year on PS4, up to this point, here's what I've been thinking about. I have a little personal theory of my own, and this scene with Zack seems to semi-affirm that theory. It seems to semi-confirm that theory. My theory is that in the same way that the Whispers required Zack to live, right? Zack to die in the original in Crisis Core. In the same way that they caused Zack to die, they caused Cloud to live. Cloud wakes up from his coma and inherits Zack's sword because the Whispers revive him from his coma. Holy shit. That's my theory. And now with the Whispers gone, Zack lives. So what does that mean for Cloud? Cloud dies. I think that Cloud is dead in Zack's timeline. I think that dude is deader than dead in Zack's timeline. I think that this Zack has quite possibly buried Cloud on the same hill that Zack died on in Crisis Core in the original game. And it's not out of the question to believe that the Whispers actually woke Cloud up from his coma, because we've seen them do that. The Whispers go to Barret after you beat her, and then they essentially bring him back from the dead, because he's not supposed to die here. He's not supposed to die at all. He doesn't die in the original FF7 or the movie or anything like that. Dude's alive. So the Whispers are like, yep, Barret's never supposed to die. He's not supposed to die here. Let's bring him back. Right? So my theory is that in the same way that they brought Barret back here, right before Zack died in the original timeline, the Whispers brought back Cloud from his coma. And now with the Whispers gone, Zack is able to live, and he beats all the Shinra troops, and Cloud dies from his coma. I think the same hill that we see Zack die on that is overlooking Midgar is the same hill where Zack potentially buries Cloud. Very, very fun, man. I fucking loved this DLC. And I can't wait for the future, right? I absolutely cannot wait. The one thing that I can... if there's one thing that I need to say before I do whatever happens next here, it's that my fucking god, I'm so glad I avoided the internet like the plague before we played the Yuffie DLC. I'm so glad that I didn't have any spoilers going into this, because my god, can you imagine if I got spoiled for that final cutscene? And oh my god, I'm so glad, man, with both this and the remake last year that I didn't have any spoilers. We're only like 3 hours into the stream, but that was awesome, man. I love theorizing about it. I cannot wait to see where they go with all this, right? I cannot fucking wait. I'm curious to see how all this Zack stuff syncs up with all the Cloud stuff. Like, here's the crazy thing, right? For a very long time, I was honestly on the fence about whether I thought there was even an alternate timeline situation going on. I honestly didn't want there to be an alternate timeline situation going on. And I mentioned this in the past, but the first time I completed FF7 Remake, and I was confused as hell at the ending, besides just understanding, okay, we've killed Fate, like, I was almost confident there was no alternate timeline situation going on. I didn't want there to be one, right, with Zack being alive and shit, because I was of the mindset that Zack being alive would completely diminish the meaning and impact of Cloud's character and the journey he goes on. Because Zack dying is essentially what is a catalyst, and what is the point in the story that makes Cloud such a great character and makes him go on that journey and become who he is to save the planet, right? His death is what makes Cloud create the story of FF7 that we all know and love. So that's what those are my thoughts when I initially completed 7 Remake and saw all that shit with Zack. I was like, yeah, I'm really hoping to God he's not alive in another timeline and there aren't other timelines, because what the fuck are they doing? I thought this would be a 1-to-1 remake. That's what I wanted. I think that's what a lot of other people wanted. Myself and a lot of other people were averse to this shit in the beginning, right? Like last year we were like, what are they doing? You know, I don't like the Whispers. I don't like Destiny being in FF7. I don't like there being timelines, right? FF7 has never been about timelines and Destiny and fate. The central theme of FF7 has always been about life, right? And protecting life, right? Nature versus industrialization and like corporate evil, essentially. That's what 7 has always been about at its core. But now they're kind of diluting that with all this stuff. But like, the more I thought about it, like, the more I slept on it, like, I gave it a year, I came back to it and did a second playthrough and saw all this cool stuff, the more on board I am with it, I'm actually completely on board now. And I'll tell you why. It's because they never once sacrificed that theme. It never once sacrificed that for this entire thing about plot, like timelines and the plot being different for Destiny and Fate. It's just something they threw in there to make things more exciting. And it definitely is more exciting because, and I mentioned this on the stream I completed 7 Remake on, like, we can all now sit together, both fans of the original game and newcomers, and theorize on what's going to happen next. They're emulating the feeling you get when you leave Midgar for the first time, and I'm all for it, man. I love that. I think that's amazing. I think that's super cool. Such a cool DLC. I think that at the end of the day, the reason why I love this DLC so much is because it over-delivered. It over-delivered in so many ways that I was not expecting it to. Right? It just exceeded all my expectations. It had all these things that I didn't expect it to have. Like, I knew it was going to have, like, I suspected that Yuffie would be a fun, interesting, exciting character to play as, and she was. And a character to witness, like, her story to witness was fun. Because, like, we've seen them do wonders with the OG, like, the main squad in the base remake. So I wasn't expecting anything less when it came to Yuffie. They essentially turned, like, a really not so amazing character from the original game. Like, I was never a huge fan of Yuffie into someone I really, really liked. Like, she was really cool in this remake, right? You actually care for the character and her story and what is happening, and they just got all the characterization right. And they also managed to bring in new characters, and this is going into the territory where it exceeded my expectations. They managed to introduce new characters that were equally as compelling. Because the main problem, like one of the many problems that FF7 has had for many years is introducing not so interesting characters, right? Like I said, maybe besides Angeal, who I really liked from Crisis Core, the game kind of faltered at the bit where they had to introduce characters who were neat and interesting and engaging, like Genesis and a bunch of people in Dirge of Cerberus. Like, again, I never played that game, but as speaking of Dirge of Cerberus, that's another thing that was really cool here and completely fucking unexpected. So for those of you who don't know, Dirge of Cerberus is like the ultimate endpoint for everything in the FF7 compilation. It's this thing that happens very last. So let's go chronologically, right? So there's Crisis Core, there's FF7, there's Advent Children, which is a sequel movie to FF7. Then there's Dirge of Cerberus, which is a sequel game where you play as Vincent, one of the characters we haven't come across yet, who we'll no doubt see in Part 2. That takes place after Advent Children. And all this shit with Nero, Wise, and the Darkness at the end is all from Dirge of Cerberus. And somehow it weaseled its way into 7 Intermission, the DLC with Yuffie. I thought it was all very well done, honestly. I remember very little of Dirge of Cerberus from what I saw on YouTube many years ago, but I was like, I remember going, this is weird, right? I didn't necessarily hate it like a lot of people did. Because here's the thing, when you're younger, you think a lot of shit is really cool. You're not really old enough to make a critical opinion on shit. You just see cool action and go, that's awesome. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Right? But over the years, I saw what people had to say about the characters. I went back and looked at some of this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, maybe they're not so cool. But they managed to kind of make Nero really neat here, and I like that. So yeah, this DLC's ability to take characters and introduce characters and make them super compelling, I think was really, really impressive and well done. And then there's all this other stuff, like so many twists, right? And unexpected things, like seeing the party at the end or after the events of the main game, and Zack, oh my god, Zack, and the alternate timeline, favorite character ever, besides Cloud, of course. And yeah, like Fort Condor minigame, loved it, man. Loved the Yuffie DLC. So glad we played through it. That was amazing. I can't wait to see what they have in store for us in Part 2.